All right, this is it, ladies and gentlemen, for all the marbles, for $1 million, and for the two custom-made Tag Team Championship title belts. They are entering the ring at this time, the unlikely finalists. The Heavenly Bodies, can you believe it?
Right, honestly, I have a hard time believing it. Think about it. They got here because they won a match against the U.S. Express, Barry Windham and Mike Rotundo. A lot of people didn't think they were going to win that one.
Well, as we just noticed in the last matchup, while it seems like the momentum is clearly in their favor, Perfectly Rude, with very little rest, coming off of two grueling matches, it almost seems inevitable that the Heavenly Bodies are going on to victory here. But as we learned in the last match, it isn't over until it's over. And the more certain we've been, the less likely or the less correct we've been.
You know what? I think we're missing the real story here, though. Right now, we're looking at the two greatest managed teams here in the Crockett Cup this year. James E. Cornette, bar none, is the reason why the Heavenly Bodies are in the finals. Bobby the Brain Heenan, bar none, is the reason why Simply Perfect, or excuse me, Perfectly Rude are in the finals. So I'm curious to know what these two wrestling geniuses told their teams coming into this final, aside from the fact that better win because I want my money.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Platinum and gold Tag Team Championship belts will go to the winners. The Crockett Memorial Tag Team Tournament belts.
Well, I'll tell you right now, those are two gorgeous belts right there, and they're worth six figures each, so plenty of reason for these two guys from either side to get a win.
Ravishing Recruit starting things off, but Del Rey with that back elbow, maybe a little south of the border. That one right in the jaw. All from the top rope, this could be bad news.
He nailed him with it right now, Ravishing Rick Rude. Again, it just seems like to me, Perfectly Rude has been on the receiving end of a lot of punishment in this tournament. It's a miracle that they're here in the finals, but I just don't know how they can continue doing it.
Rude making the mistake, I think, going into the wrong corner, but he got away with it somehow.
Jimmy Del Rey catches him up in the air. One-man flapjack.
Rick Rude, the former Intercontinental Champion, former International World Champion. Former Tag Team Champion, back with the Raging Bull Manny Fernandez in the NWA. He's had success at one level or another, but he's never been the co-holder of $1 million at the Crockett Cup. There's a cover of one. Thus far, the frequent tags being made by the Heavenly Bodies. This is how we kick off the new year in the LWF.
Well, he's not hooking the leg right there. You're not going to get the victory without hooking the leg.
Although that was pretty close. And now into the turnbuckle. Rude is in the wrong corner. He needs to get out of there.
I agree with you on that one, and he didn't do it.
Double team stump puller, well executed. And now Dr. Tom Pritchard wants Rude to his feet. He's going to help him up.
Well, at this point, he may have to help him out. I'm not sure Rude can get up by himself.
Pile driver.
That might be it right there. We may be looking at $1 million pile driver.
Pritchard follows it up with an elbow. Ravishing Rick Rude now turning the tide a little bit here. Cross knee backbreaker. Much needed tag to Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, Rude been in that match a little bit too long in my opinion. And now we've got Mr. Perfect.
Now the tide turning and Pritchard is on the receiving end of a lot of punishment. Perfect up in the air suplex. No. Slingshot suplex. Shades of Tully Blanchard.
Oh, and now look what's happening here. You know, that could work for or against them. Because now you're going to see a lot less double teaming.
There's that inverted neck breaker. Well, apparently you're wrong on that one because there's the double team.
I'm never wrong. Mr. Perfect was just perfect about putting him in the corner.
Ravishing Rick Rude in trouble. Off the ropes, Pritchard rams the head of Ravishing Rick Rude to the mat, goes for the cover. Only gets one. Big elbow drop right there. One of these teams is going to make the mistake that is going to cost them $1 million.
Yeah, well, don't think all four of these guys don't have that in the back of their mind. They don't want to be that guy.
Rude goes for the cover, gets one and one only. You look at Perfect on the apron right now. He is gassed. Justifiably so. He has been through the ringer tonight, as has his partner, Ravishing Rick Rude. Both of these teams overcoming tremendous odds as Rude being rammed into the turnbuckle by the good doctor.
Slingshots him out of the corner. Rude comes down heavy in the middle of the ring. And he may be out.
Drops the elbow, excuse me, the knee to the chest. Into the corner he goes, and now the double team.
I have a bad feeling about this if you're Ravishing Rick Rude.
The double doozle, and he nails it.
Mr. Perfect does the right thing. He's in there immediately. Doesn't even allow him to go for the pin attempt and hits him with an atomic knee drop. That was perfect.
Rude crawling his way to make the tag, but he's got to come up short.
And now Perfect once again hanging on to $1 million.
Buying time for Ravishing Rick Rude. And now Del Rey was distracted. Rude gonna make the tag? Yes.
Well, I'll tell you right now, that may be the difference in the match right there. If the Heenan camp is victorious, I'm gonna look back at that moment.
Del Rey in trouble. Drop kick by Mr. Perfect.
He nailed him with that one, and Jimmy Del Rey is in trouble.
This crowd on its feet here in the Omni.
Making the tag. Pritchard's got to do something to turn the meter back in his favor.
Hooks the leg. Oh no, not like this. He's got his feet up on the ropes. Two.
And he almost stole one right there. The referee never saw it. It would have counted.
Into the buckle, that exposed steel. Fans, this main event is living up to the term main event.
Yeah, I'll say right now, this has been everything we wanted it to be and then some. As Perfect brings him to the corner. Double team once again, Rude.
Oh, you got the boot and the steel ring exposed. Pick your poison. 1, 2.
Oh, and we almost had it right there. Perfect intercepted Jimmy Del Rey. And now ravishing Rick Rude, giving the ladies what they want.
Del Rey sent crashing to the floor. Ravishing Rick Rude looking to finish this one off. Shin Buster. And now Rude with a DDT.
Well, it may be all over right here. Got to hook the leg. He's not going for it. Very surprised right there that he didn't go for the pin.
Up in the air, Rude comes out the back door. And now belly-to-back suplex by ravishing Rick Rude.
Oh, wait a minute. This could be it right here. The Rude awakening. He's got him inside out.
Oh, and he nailed him with it.
This could be the $1 million pinfall right here. 1, 2.
Save is made by Jimmy Del Rey.
Unbelievable. Both of these teams have been to the brink.
We could be looking at a match of the year contender right here.
No, we are looking at a match of the year contender right here. No two ways about it. Both of these teams put everything they've got into this one. It's going to be too bad that one of them has to lose.
From behind, belly-to-back suplex. Ravishing Rick Rude once again in the driver's seat. The odds were stacked against Perfectly Rude, yet they are the ones leading at this moment of the match. Jimmy Del Rey goes for the high risk and nobody there.
And that is the downside to doing high-risk maneuvers.
Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Mr. Perfect now the fresh man in the match. Del Rey drives ahead of Perfect into the mat. 2, 3.
Oh, I don't believe it. It's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the Jim Crockett Sr. Memorial Tag Team Championship Trophy, the Heavenly Bodies.
You tell me who would have picked the Heavenly Bodies at the beginning of this night to be standing here in the middle of the ring with those two tag team title belts that are now being brought in.
What a match. One for the ages.
There it is right there. Ravishing Rick Rude has had that bell rung all night long, and that just turns out to be one too many, I think.
There it was, and this time it was to Perfect. And that proved to be it. $1 million to Cornette and his team. They are the winners of the 2017 Jim Crockett Sr. Memorial Tag Team Tournament.
Look at those championship belts around them. The platinum and the gold.
The Heavenly Bodies victorious here in the Omni. Fans, we want to thank you for joining us, and we remind you, you can follow us on Twitter